Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to understand the recent current affair issue, the launching of Pradhan Mantri TB Mukth Bharat Abhiyaan. So these were the article mentioned about the launching of Pradhan Mantri TB Mukth Bharat Abhiyaan. Let us try to understand important aspects from the UPSC point of view. This topic comes under Civil Service Examination Mains under the section General Studies Paper 2 under the subsection Social Justice and even Policy Interventions of the Government. Okay, so in this session we are going to understand what do you mean by TB, what are the types of TBs, and what is the goal set by the WHO, and what are the different government strategies, or you can say from 1961 to 2022, what are the several campaigns started by Government of India against TB. Then we will try to understand the challenges and then see way forward. To begin with, we are well aware that tuberculosis is a disease caused by this bacteria called as mycobacterium tuberculosis. And one unfortunate thing is this disease, when it was entered into the host, or you can say human body, it will never show its symptoms immediately. It will take time, and during that time it will evolve in the human body, it will strengthen, and then it will show its symptoms. The period in which it is inactive in a human body, we call it as inactive tuberculosis, which is a bit difficult to identify. Further, the symptoms can be seen in forms like cough, cold, reduced immunity, and that is called as active tuberculosis. But here I would like to mention one of the recent report of World Health Organization which mentions about drug resistance TB. We are well aware about the topic called as antimicrobial resistance. In this, we will understand that even UPSC asked a mains question also about this. We have to focus that this antimicrobial resistance meaning is the drugs, or you can say the medicines, are no more effective on the bugs, or you can say on the microbes. Similar to that concept, this drug resistance TB meaning is the drugs which are effectively reducing tuberculosis are no more efficient. And unfortunately, these drug resistance TB cases are rising in India. Okay, so after understanding the effect of TB, because every year almost 1.5 people, 1,50,000 people dying because of TB throughout the globe. So the World Health Organization decided to counter TB by a program called as directly observed treatment short course strategy dot strategy. This can be a prelims question. The sections, the two slides which I discussed, like types of TB and drug resistance TB and dot strategy, this can be a part of prelims questions itself. For example, which of the following is incorrect about dot strategy? They will give you some points and you have to identify. Dot strategy is to counter tuberculosis. Okay, for this is prelims part discussion. Let us move further for the mains discussion, and also we will try to understand government schemes. So why Government of India has to focus? One important thing is, according to WHO, 42.6% of cases are not registered in India. And also India is having highest, according to disease burden report of WHO, India is witnessing almost highest burden of TB cases in the world. So if you are writing any essay, let us say, in an essay saying that challenges to India for the next 25 years, that can be a potential topic also for your prelims and mains and even for the interview section also. So for that topic, you have to remember tackling tuberculosis is one of the challenge in social sector. Alright, so let us move further. So Government of India started strategies even from 1961 itself. So in 1961, they launched a program called as District TB program. The first district they conducted this strategy is Anantpur in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, later what happened? They updated this TB into this program called as National Tuberculosis Control Program. Under this, they want to focus on district level management, supplying of drugs like that. However, the major change in India's policy intervention against TB appeared after the updation of DOTS. So, after the DOTS strategy, even India revised its National Tuberculosis Control Program. Okay, this is RNTBC. So, this is a way to provide cost-effective, very effective TB control program. Further, what happened? In the year 2012, they launched a dedicated scheme, and this time they even started to fix targets also. They fixed the TB Free India. TB Free India, and just a second. Excuse me. So, TB Free India. So, here in this strategy, national strategic plan to reduce TB, they want to ensure quality diagnosis, treatment, and even support for TB patient. So, here free cost medicines is one idea, treatment is one idea. Apart from that, they decided to eliminate TB. They decided to eliminate TB by 2025 itself. So, you can also see under this national strategic plan to eliminate TB, they launched a program called as Project Niksha. I mean, no Kshay. Kshay means in Indian language we call tuberculosis. So, Project Niksha aims to provide 500 rupees amount for the nutritional support of the additional nutrition support of the patient. And remember one thing.
To see your son, daughter as IAS, IPS, IRS officer at an early age of 22 years, here is the solution. KP's 21st Century IAS Academy Rajahmundry, offering you best available faculty and infrastructure to guide the students design themselves ready for civils and other competitive exams. Inter plus IAS and degree plus IAS coaching classes. We aim not only at academic improvement but also overall development of the student's personality through indoor and outdoor games, physical trainings, yoga and exposure visits along, training in cultural art forms, and of course self-defense mechanism to the girl students especially. Well equipped with sufficient playground infrastructure. Come join us. Let's make your dream a reality. Admissions in progress. For more details, please contact KP's 21st Century IAS Academy Rajahmundry. Phone 91009 34572 90306 9229.
Our TB elimination program also aligned with Sustainable Development Goal 3.3 also. Alright, so with a high spirit, even last 2020 we decided to launch this program, National TB Elimination Program, National TB Elimination Program 2020. This is one of the recent update in Government of India's policy. The policy aims to provide that by end aims to end TB by 2025. End TB by 2025, and they want to launch a program called as TB Survivor 2 Champion. TB Survivor 2 Champion program. TB Survivor 2. Just a second. Yeah, TB Survivor 2 Champion program. Further, they even launched a scheme to tackle multi-drug resistant TB also. Further, they focused on local level surveillance against the TB. Okay, last year, even 2021, they launched this e-rupee concept. I hope you are aware about this in current affairs, but I will just revise you. That is, in this e-rupee, they will provide you voucher or SMS or one QR code. So you have to go some relevant area which was mentioned by the government, and you have to just give this voucher or scan your QR code or show this SMS. They will provide you medicines. So this is a way to reduce the corruption, or to reduce the illegalities, to reduce the diversion of the medicines of with respect to TB. All right, and last but not least, they even started to train social health workers to prevent TB or to aware about TB. Right. So these are the strategies launched by Government of India. Can we say they are sufficient or efficient? And definitely no. There are some challenges with respect to that. So this is TB project Niksha. We already done with that. And there are some challenges here. One by one we will try to understand. The first and foremost challenge is policy level challenges. Here, poor diagnosis, sometimes inaccessible, sometimes unavailable. Most of the cases both will accept, both will exist. So here policy level means here their diagnosis is not an issue, not one of the important problem, because patients unable to get proper testing and also proper reports, and maintenance of data. Even as I told you, WHO report, almost 26% of the cases are unreported. They don't know who are TB patients, and they are unable to identify themselves itself. That is, data is unavailable, and very importantly, delay in release of funds. Okay, delay in release of funds is even one of the most important program. It was mentioned by Lancet, a medical journal, that Indian TB program is effective but not sufficient, because the delay of funds is one of the core important challenge for the effective implementation of the TB program. Further, according to WHO, the focus given to research and development against the TB is very low in India. Very low in India, and it is even more concerned about recent reports, even more concerned about rise of drug resistant TB in India. And you see that social determinants, it was categorically mentioned by World Health Organization. What, sir? That is, TB should not be seen from medicine's point of view. It is having some social sector contribution also. So to explain this I would like to take a report mentioned by Health Research and Policy System. So Health Research and Policy System, what was they mentioned is, they mentioned that TB expansion in India is due to certain important factors like poor ventilation and overcrowded slums, and also unhygienic working atmosphere or workplaces, unhygienic or hazardous work atmosphere, and even a NGO called as Stop TB Partnership NGO. Stop TB Partnership NGO mentioned that the areas which are having low level of human development index, and those areas are subject for high amount of TB. You have to understand the areas which are having low level of education, low level of health, and low level of income, or you can say quality of life, they are witnessing high amount of TB. Apart from that, poor nutrition, according to WHO, poor nutrition support, and also addictions, particularly alcohol and drugs, is also another important factor. And Lancet very categorically mentioned that the patients, if they are aware about TB, they are facing lot of anxiety and depression, because they were socially stigmatized, discriminated. That is one of the reasons. And finally, awareness is still low. I just want to give you a case study here. So it was a case study done by a newspaper in Hyderabad region. So most of the regions are still slum areas are still affected by tuberculosis. And unfortunately, what is happening is the patients who are suffered by HIV or AIDS, again they are affected by TB. So this is a multi-dimensional challenge, and we need to act even as per the requirements. All right. So after understanding these challenges, let us try to understand way forward, what to do in the best way. So if you take United States of America, even they faced the issue of TB, but they maintained a real-time data. Okay, how many patients are exactly covered? how many patients exactly got this month medicines, why some are missing, why some are unable to get the diagnosis, what is the status of the reports. That has to be brought into Indian medical system. And Tamil Nadu state doing wonderful things because they are conducting mobile diagnosis for TB patients. Further, there is a Kochi, which is in Kerala, also started this after sales care. Okay, this is to engage private hospitals. Even World Health Organization, one of its challenges mentioned that India's private sector is not very much engaged in prevention of TB. So here we need to understand Kochi, which in Kerala successfully proved that it is private care, involvement by private care is a way to reduce TB, and they were succeeded also. This private care will involve in evaluation, observation, and also to follow, or you can say feedback, follow-up campaign, similar to follow-up campaign they are doing it. And further, we need to have social audits at local government level. One step in the right direction is very recently in the month of July in 2022, Ministry of Panchayat and Ministry of Health and Family Welfare came for one MOU to conduct awareness and also to conduct evaluation kind of things. And further, as I told you, more importance should be given to the private role. Private role should be there. And apart from medicine side, apart from policy level, apart from funds side, we need to focus on even social determinants also. Like we should use Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana for better housing. Okay, Swachh Bharat Abhiyaan for better toilets, and Jal Jeevan Mission for providing safe drinking water. And finally, we need to focus on better funds. For better funds, we can utilize this CSR funds. We can utilize CSR funds also. We can use CSR funds, corporate social responsibility funds also in dealing with TB. Finally, what we can do is international collaboration. For example, there are some like-minded countries with us, like you see some countries like America, we can take help. So in tackling research and development, for example, in Quad, there is a working group called as Joint Vaccine Development. So we can also initiate this in better vaccine development, or also better medicines production also in research and development, particularly for the new multi-drug resistance kind of things. And finally, I would like to say, whatever it takes, that is the social vaccine has to be reached to the far places. You know what is social vaccine is about? It includes information, communication, and behavior change. So like you see, starting some de-addiction centers, and also focusing on giving importance to the health, particularly primary health, strengthening the primary health, supplying of medicines definitely work out. And finally, I would like to say here, as per the World Bank, tackling TB is a multifaceted challenge. However, involving all stakeholders like government, public, private, and also NGOs. There are some wonderful NGOs. I mentioned about Stop TB Partnership. So like that, we have to engage them at school level, at panchayat level. We need to upgrade the logistics, medicines, and even we need to upgrade the information available to the people, so that only we can eradicate TB, and definitely we will achieve the goal of ending TB by 2025, which was mentioned by Sustainable Development Goal as well as our policies also. So definitely TB harega, desh jeetega. Thank you so much and namaste.